welcome along, fellow Beatle people. I came across this really interesting article, well, at least the headline. It says, Watching Beatles Frightens Child Expert. It was published in the Quad City Times, whatever the heck that was. Oh, wait, it was Davenport, Beddendorf, Iowa, wherever that is. It was published on Wednesday, August 26, 1964. This was on page 12. You ready? Check this out. So once again, the headline is, Watching Beatles Frightens Child Expert. Dr. Bernard Salabel, child guidance expert for the Washington State Division of Community Services, attended the Seattle performance of England's Beatles at request of the Seattle Times and found the experience, you ready? Quote, unbelievable and frightening, end quote. Here is Dr. Salabel's report. You ready for this? By Dr. Bernard Sable. So it's a guy. See, I hope. Right, Bernard? The experience of being with 14,000 teenagers, that's how it's written, with a little dash between teen and agers, teenagers, to see the Beatles is unbelievable and frightening. And believe me, it is not at all funny, as I first thought when I accepted this assignment. Oh yeah, tough assignment. The hysteria and loss of control go far beyond the impact of the music. Many of those present became frantic, hostile, uncontrolled, screaming, unrecognizable beings. I guess he didn't want to use the word teenagers again. If this is possible, and it is, parents and adults have a lot to account for to allow this to go on. This is not simply release, as I at first thought it would be, but a very destructive process in which adults allow the children to be involved, allowing the children a mad, erotic world of their own, without the reassuring safeguards of protection from themselves. The externals are terrifying. Normally recognizable girls behaved as if possessed by some demonic urge, defying in emotional ecstasy the restraints which authorities try to place on them. The hysteria is from the girls, and when you ask them what it is all about, all they could say is, quote, I love them, end quote. Some, restrained from getting up on the stage after the Beatles left, asked me to touch the drums for them. There are a lot of things you could say about why the Beatles attract the teenage crowd. The music, loud, primitive, insistent, strongly rhythmic, releases in a disguised way, can it be called sublimation? The all too tenaciously controlled, newly acquired physical impulses of the teenager. Mix this up with the phenomena of mass hypnosis, contagious hysteria, and the blissful feeling of being mixed up in an all-embracing, orgiastic experience, and every kid can become Lord of the Flies or the Beatles. Why do the kids scream, faint, gyrate, and in general look like a primeval, protoplasmic upheaval and go into ecstatic convulsions when certain, identifiable and expected trademarks come forth, such as the, oh yeah, a twist of the hips, or the thrusting out of an electric guitar? Well, this music, and the bizarre, gnome-like fairy tale characters who play it, belong to the kids, and is their own, different, they think, from anything that belongs to the adult world. Every time a teenager screams over this music, he thumbs his nose with impunity, and with immunity, at an adult or several adults. Besides, kids, like the other separate and distinct parts of humanity, are competitive. If there is a youngster who could scream loud, there is one who could scream louder. If there is one who belongs to the cognoscenti, those in the know, there is one who is more sensitive and more appreciative of this art than any of the others. And to prove it, she faints, and all can see how much more affected she is, because she has to be carried out on a stretcher, a martyr, a victim of her capacity for deep understanding and overwhelming emotion. Regardless of the causes or reasons for the behavior of these youngsters, it had the impact of an unholy bedlam, the like of which I have never seen. It caused me to feel that such should not be allowed again, if only for the good of the youngsters. It was an orgy for teenagers. That's it. What a great article. How freaking stupid was Dr. Bernard Sable. Oh boy. Once again, that was published in the Quad City Times Wednesday, August 26, 1964. Page 12. This concludes my reading of this particular article. What do you think about the way teenagers were screaming when they saw the Beatles in concert? Kindly let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe to this show on whatever platform you're listening on. Until next time, I wish you safe travels on all your journeys.